shining bright, it's time to leave this land. It's fun and full of people that they drag us in your hand. The polar state to catch you and they'll take us to the sea. Just another picture, what makes us fit to free.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of On the Volley, or as we like to be known, OTV, where we talk about all things football. I'm here today with Matt.
Hi.
And about to join us is Keith. Come in, Keith.
Go on.
Hi everybody, I was a bit late there.
Today we're going to be discussing, the last game of the season and who we think is going to qualify for the Champions League or the Europa League or the UEFA Conference League. Now, it's already, the first two places have already been taken, Manchester City and Manchester United. Who else is going to be in the Champions League, you think, Matt?
You say who we think is going to be in the Champions League. Are we really talking about who we think is going to be in the Champions League qualifying places, or who do we want to be in the qualifying places? I think everyone after the season they've had would love Leicester to get that final place. Unfortunately, due to the games this week, it looks like it's going to be Chelsea and Liverpool.
It looks bad for Leicester, doesn't it? They stumbled at the last hurdle, really.
I mean, they had the toughest running of fixtures, without a doubt. I mean, they had Man United at Old Trafford, they had Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and then they've got Tottenham at home. I mean Tottenham, decent size, and yeah, I think the season's caught with them, and also playing the FA Cup final last weekend. I imagine they might have had a bit of a celebration after that. I think the season's just caught with them. It's going to be Chelsea and Liverpool. I'd love Leicester to be in there.
So Chelsea and Liverpool for you?
Yeah, I'd love Leicester to be in there. But,
Keith, what do you think?
I think I would have loved to have seen Leicester do it. I think they blew it when they played Newcastle at home.
Yeah.
They did. That was a big 3-pointer.
Well, we
for
were
them.
doing this, the first one of these that evening, and it was 4-0 down.
Yeah,
to Newcastle, who basically have they scored 4 goals in a game this season?
Not really, no.
I mean, oh god.
But it was a banker for the bookies, wasn't it? For Leicester to beat
bookies made a lot of
Newcastle.
money that night.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have seen Leicester in the Champions League. But I honestly do agree with you, and I think it's going to be Chelsea and Liverpool.
Did Joe Willock put a spanner in the works for Leicester there?
He definitely did,
always taking the Arsenal angle away.
Well, since we loaned Joe Willock to them, they've just been on the up, okay?
He's put the spanner in a few works, hasn't he, lately?
Exactly.
Great player.
But Newcastle have had a great end to the season. I mean, since essentially they weren't going to get relegated.
Since we loaned them Joe Willock.
Yeah, well, that as well. But also the fact that the pressure was taken off when essentially Fulham couldn't achieve the magical 40 points. Newcastle had like a second life. I mean, this is like another part of the season for Newcastle. They played really well against Man City. I watched that game, and it's they're in it all game. They were totally in that game.
Do you think that Chelsea will beat Aston Villa? Aston Villa haven't been playing too badly. They've got nothing to play for.
They beat the Tottenham the other night.
They beat Tottenham 2-1,
Yeah, they've got nothing to play for. They've got no pressure on them. All the pressure is on Chelsea. And we saw what happened with Liverpool against West Brom. Okay? They had all the pressure on them, because what happens, in my opinion, is if you have nothing to play for, you play with a lot more freedom. Just look at Arsenal. when we are not under pressure, we play with a lot more freedom, we win. When we're under pressure, we crumble, okay, on most occasions. Take the Villarreal Europa League. So could that play a factor?
But that's the factor of these top teams, isn't it? I mean, basically, I know they've got a lot of very highly skilled individuals in terms of football ability, but they also have highly experienced individuals who can do the pressure game. Liverpool have got massive experience of that now. You know, they won the Champions League. You know, they walked the Premier League last year. They have got experienced individuals. Chelsea are also kind of in that bracket, I would say.
Yeah, but Liverpool are at home to Crystal Palace, so I would agree with both of you that Liverpool are in the Champions League. I don't see them, okay, losing. I do not see them losing at home to Crystal Palace.
Just the one point on that is Palace are a bit of a bogey team. Palace have upset the odds on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
And we were talking before about Roy Hodgson's probably going to leave, or is going to leave.
Yes.
It's his last game. They've got some cannons.
Maybe
they've got some.
Maybe they want to send them off. You know what I mean? With a good,
With a win.
with a win. You know.
And I obviously remember the game back. I mean, everyone says that Liverpool lost the Premier League that year when Gerrard slipped.
Well, they did.
But they were 3-0 up against Palace, and it ended up being a 3-0. And that game, again, you know, the name is Palace, and they upset the outside. I mean, 3-0 down against Liverpool, who were going for the Premier League title. Came back, drew 3-3-all, which essentially completely annihilated Liverpool's hope of winning the
Definitely
title.
played a part. Definitely played a part. Definitely played a part. But you said it rightly, the Gerrard slip. Okay, you can look back on everything, but that famous Gerrard slip was what cost Liverpool.
One of the best players the Premier League has ever seen under pressure slips. So anything can happen, can't it, in these three games? And they're not playing each other. It's basically the pressure is on them to all win.
Also,
so it is possible it could happen.
You have to remember as well that this season, I mean, Liverpool it's been a roller coaster for them, you know, up and down. You just don't know what's going to happen with Liverpool.
They've got fans back at Anfield. That is a massive difference for them.
That's a massive difference for them.
Big bonus. And it's only home fans. There's no away fans
Of
allowed.
course, yes.
And they've
we
picked
saw
up
that
form,
week,
yeah.
you know?
And they've picked up form recently.
They have
picked up form recently. So if you look at the last few games,
they seem to look a little bit more like the team they were last year. They do. But it's probably not going to happen that Palace turn them over. But
if I was a betting man, I'd bet on Liverpool to win. Simple.
But you would have bet on Leicester to beat Newcastle.
You would have. Probably, yeah.
Leicester had a great season. But yeah,
I mean, I couldn't believe that. So there you go.
Actually, I don't know if I would have bet on. If I was a betting man, I don't know if I would have bet on Leicester. You know why? We gave him Joe Willock.
I've got a funny feeling, Shai. He might be in your team of the year.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Superman has arrived at Newcastle.
He is for Newcastle.
Yeah.
Well, look, the other team. So Leicester are at home to Tottenham. Now, if Leicester win or draw. No, they have to win, don't they?
They have to win. I think Leicester pretty much have to win now.
They have to.
Although if Chelsea...
Well, Leicester on 66 points. Okay, Liverpool on 66 points and Chelsea on 67.
Yeah.
So it's very, very, very
So
close.
actually, Leicester could draw if our bogey team Palace
if Liverpool lose, but I don't see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's mathematically, yes.
I think it's something. Yeah, it's an exciting end to the season. I mean, it's not a disappointment for me, obviously, because I'm a Man City fan. So it's not a disappointment for me that City have won the league, and that's basically, in most people's minds,
You
concluded.
know, say Jack Dane, their City won the league.
I think I'll
Well done, Brian. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. First time you've ever said it. But yeah,
I meant to.
that was like that was pretty much concluded in most people's minds by sort of early March, and it's great that there's essentially a sub-competition to the Premier League where it's qualification for the Champions League. Now, our thoughts on the Champions League and the European Super League.
Who's talking about the European Super League?
No, because you're talking about the Champions League, you have to talk about the European Super League, because the European Super League was a closed set box.
But it's dead and done at the moment, yeah, so I think we should stick to the subject.
But the Champions League was kind of like that as well, though, wasn't it? The Champions League started out like that because it was basically 4 clubs qualified every single year.
Yeah, but that's it, qualified, that's the difference. So let's not go back into the European Super League, which was a closed circuit of teams that couldn't be relegated.
No, I understand that.
Let's stick to the Champions League and the Europa League. Alright, so you know, we've discussed the Champions League, okay, let's have a look at the Europa League, okay, right? Now at the moment we have, in theory, 3 teams, but not really, okay, right? We have West Ham, who are on 62 points, and Tottenham that are on 59, as is Everton.
Yeah.
The only difference is, hold on,
inferior goal difference.
yeah, Everton have an inferior goal difference, so even if they do win, if West Ham win, then they're there.
Or draw.
Or draw. Or even if they lose, okay, and Everton win, Everton will go to 62 points. They're away to Manchester City. How many goals will Everton have to score, okay, to qualify? So let's take Everton out of the equation.
I think so, because I think it's an 8-goal difference. So basically, they would have to win 4-0.
The last year of the season.
Against Man City, away from home. It's not happening.
Never say never.
West Ham will have to lose 4-0 at home to Southampton, which, in all likelihood, isn't going to happen.
So it's between Tottenham and West Ham, yeah? West Ham just need to draw. If West Ham draw, and they're home to Southampton, they're in the Europa League. And Tottenham will probably be in the European Conference League. Apparently,
the what, sorry? I mean, does anyone know anything about this?
it's like
kind of like sprung on us at the last minute.
It's like the European version of the Carabao Cup.
No. The Carabao Cup is a perfectly valid competition.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Look, Arsenal have an opportunity. Everton have an opportunity. And I think it's even Leeds United maybe have an opportunity to get into the Carabao Cup.
Right.
Not the Carabao, but the
UEFA Conference League, which is the same as the Carabao Cup.
How do they qualify then? I mean,
it's apparently the team that comes 7th, one below the Europa League qualification. So, and you know what? I don't want to be in it. As an Arsenal fan, I don't want to be in it.
Well, if there's two finalists, English finalists, obviously does that still free up spaces
in the Champions League?
Yeah.
Or in the
extra
Europa
places
Conference League.
For Europa Conference League.
No, I don't think it does. I think it's just one team. Look, I haven't really understood it, to be totally honest. I mean, I've read up on it and that. I have yet to find someone that has understood it.
Well, they changed the rules.
Matt is the intelligent one here. Yeah, he's our posh,
He's
posh
our,
lad. Yeah.
He's our stat man.
He's our Eton boy.
He didn't go to comprehensive school, but he's quite good with stats.
I don't know.
You are.
It's a simple answer.
That was good.
It's just kind of basically come out of nowhere. This Conference League thing. I mean, basically, when we talk about the Conference League, we're talking about the Vauxhall Conference, historically, or whatever it's called now.
Nothing wrong with that.
And, you know, it's like just come out of nowhere.
But I think this says something though, yeah? I haven't found one person that is interested in the UEFA Conference League.
Well, it's a third tier.
Yeah, no one.
Of
So
UEFA competition.
everyone
So
I
you've got
spoke
Champions
to.
League. I mean, to be honest, the Europa League's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? I mean, it's a bit of a stretch. But it replaced the Cup
That's
Winners'
okay.
It replaced the Cup Winners' Cup. And it replaced
Which had a point.
and the UEFA Cup. Well, the Cup Winners' Cup, yeah.
It had a point.
I mean,
All the cup winners in Europe play each other.
I didn't mention this last week, but the most good thing I was this year was that City got knocked out of the FA Cup. And the reason I'm not because I want City.
You was on the quadruple.
No, it's not because of that. It's
So
because the FA Cup is the oldest football competition
In the world.
It's got
Oldest trophy in the world.
It's got prestige.
Exactly.
It's absolutely the one thing. When I was a City fan, when we were, shall we say, a lesser team than we are now, the one thing that I wanted to win was not the Premier League.
But when you
It
didn't
was
have
the
oil
FA
money.
Cup. It was the FA Cup. Well,
When you say lesser
we'll
team,
already went to that.
when you didn't have oil money.
But it's the FA Cup. It's the FA Cup. And the fact that you win the FA Cup and then you're in a secondary competition, to me, is actually a little bit of I don't know, a bit of a...
Look,
you finish fourth in the Premier League and you qualify for the Champions League, but you win the oldest football competition trophy.
In the world.
In the world. And you don't, and you end up in a secondary competition.
Surely it's I mean, even...
Secondary competition or secondary team?
No, the Europa League is definitely a secondary competition.
Okay, yeah.
And they've tried to make the FA Cup a secondary trophy to win. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
It's. I mean, the day out. I mean, I went in 2011 when City beat Stoke. That's my first ever visit to Wembley. Apart from when I watched England under 15s play Scotland, I think it was at the time. And that's the first time as a Man City fan I could go to Wembley. Apart from the semi-final, which I wasn't there for, but it was an amazing experience. And the FA Cup is all about that. It's all about football.
It's about the history and the romance of football.
Exactly.
Well, it's about, like, even your non-league teams start off on basically the week after the cup final, and then they play all year, and every single FA affiliated team plays in the FA Cup.
Exactly.
And it's a battle. Going back to
this UEFA Conference
League
just makes that an absolute mockery. Because what on earth is that about? Who's going to be interested in that?
Yeah, but hold on a second. Okay.
Well, I don't know how to take it.
Lads, we mock it, yeah. Okay, right. But we mock it because we have the luxury, okay, right, of following teams in the Premier League, yeah. Now, if you look at other countries, okay, where the competition maybe is a lot more, how do you say, okay, like we used to have the top four, yeah, they have like the top two or the top three. Maybe it's given an opportunity for those teams that always do well but can never ever get into that top two, top three, okay, right, to go into Europe. Maybe it's given them a chance to go into a European competition where they can actually earn some more money, because it's about money. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
it's given an opportunity to people that didn't have teams that didn't have opportunity before.
For the top five leagues in Europe, the team that's going to participate in that competition are essentially the top badge, basically, in that competition. So they're going to be the biggest head that everyone wants to take out, and that to me is like basically saying, you know, it's almost like having friendlies.
Yeah, but you've actually looked at, how this is based, and what was it, top 5 European teams, okay? Then you've got the next top 10 or whatever. You was explaining it to me before.
Yeah, so this is what we're reading was basically the top 5 nations will provide one team.
Okay.
5 to 15 will provide 2 teams, and so this is based on UEFA coefficients. which are also open to interpretation. So you took it like basically one team from England, Spain, Italy, Germany, this one. And then you talk about the Scottish League, Portuguese League. I mean, the Portuguese League for me, it should be in the top 5. The amount of decent players that have come from that league recently.
Oh yeah.
It makes a French. Oh, that's what I missed out. The French league, because it shouldn't probably be in the top 5.
No, but hold on a second. It's not about the
it's a
players,
handful of
is it?
teams.
It's not about the players. It's about the teams and what they've won. Okay, and that's what it's based on. Look, let's be honest. Okay, you look at Scotland for an example. Okay, and they have 2 teams. Okay,
Well, they actually have one until this year, basically.
and Glasgow. Okay, fine. You can say one. Okay, right.
Well, they had one until this year.
Okay.
Rangers have obviously
Dominated. They've dominated. Yeah.
they've got to beat the whole season, which is an amazing achievement for them.
Rangers this season, but in general, Celtic has been the dominant team. If
Well,
I'm not mistaken.
Rangers were relegated, weren't they? Because they went into administration.
Okay.
So they were relegated to the bottom tier of Scottish football. So Celtic, basically, that just removes any competition.
But if you think about Scotland, it's always Rangers and Celtic.
It has always been, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So,
But up until this year, Rangers haven't been there because they've been essentially kicked out
okay,
of
but
competition.
before that, it was those 2 teams. That's what I was saying before.
Yeah, definitely. But by the way, just to change the subject quickly, just a quick thing. I noticed before me and Matt basically said like our predictions for the Champions League, and you were a bit non-committal.
Okay. No one asked me actually. Okay, to be honest, no one asked me.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Shah.
I
Shah, what is your opinion on who's going to finish in the Champions League places?
Leicester and Liverpool, because I believe
Right.
Leicester will beat Tottenham,
Brave.
Leicester.
and Chelsea will lose to Aston Villa.
Wow. That is controversial, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Liverpool will definitely.
Are
beat
you having a
Crystal
bet on
Palace.
that? Are you going to bet on that?
I'm not a betting man,
He's
so
got
no way.
it now, hasn't he? He's got a bet on that now, hasn't he?
Who's got them?
That's a. I'll tell you what. I think that's what actually most football fans will want, apart from Chelsea fans, obviously.
Anyway, so thanks for watching us. Okay, we're finishing our segment here. Okay, tell us who you think is going to qualify for the Champions League and the Europa League. Okay, in the comments before, and we'd like to thank, as always, our host. Okay, the Shamrock Pub here in Rome, Via del Colosseo, just round the corner from the Colosseum. And rumour has it that Julius Caesar used to drink here. Thank you very much. Bye from me, Shah.
Bye for me, Matt. And make sure you make your predictions before Sunday. Any predictions after Sunday are disqualified.
Goodbye from me.